I've read so many dames, BL novels from like Novel Update or Wattpad. I can say this couple, you don't go a chapter without horniness. Like, not a single chapter without horniness. And I know that's very common in Korean BLs where you don't go from one comic page to the next without horniness, but this is horniness, like full on horniness. Like I'm saying it, they're putting the missing piece in Grandmaster Demonic Convention to shame with this horniness. So the main character sold himself to the male lead, and their age difference is 20 years. They are 20 years age difference. Like I said, have read a lot of dames and BLs, and I can tell you, I've never found, like, yes, I have found ones where the character's like 19 and the male lead is like mid 30s, early 30s, but damn, this man is in his 40s and the main character's in his 20s. Like, they're 20s. They're 20 years apart. And again, they're in a contract relationship. Technically, the main character sold himself to the male lead to save his position, which really didn't do the main character much good. It really did not do the main character any good. And, like, this dude is a horny a-hole. Like, a full-on horny a-hole. A fully horny. Another thing that weirds me out is the fact that the main character has twice, in, like, the 100 pages I've read, like, has compared the male lead to his father, his dead father, and I find that super weird. Like, every time I come across that, I'm sitting there going, it has happened twice or 3 times, and I sit there and go, no, this is full on daddy issues. I thought the age gap was weird, which it's not that weird since he is of age, but it's still like, dude, he's not your dad. He's not your dad. Do not make him your daddy. Please don't. The main character lost his position as the host and even almost lost his entire job. Like, literally almost lost his entire job. Like, the main character sold himself to the male lead to not lose his position in his job. And he literally almost got dragged out by security before the main character was screaming that he can come up with a new brilliant show that will be way better than the show he was originally on. And finally, that's when the male lead is like, oh yeah, I'll listen. I won't throw you out, but he was literally going to have the main character thrown out. He literally was going to have the person who was trying to ruin the main character's career throw the main character out. He's like, oh, you can do whatever you want. And he's like, okay, the main character's fired. And they were going to drag the main character out by security. I was so angry for the main character. I'm like, maybe the male lead will pull in later. Like, I was so mad. The main character's team that he used to replace the original hostess that the main character took the place of. Like, the main character was originally working on this show that he took the place of the hostess because she was on maternity leave, and when she returned from maternity leave, she saw that her team was replaced with the main character's team, and she was upset, so she went to the guy who's trying to get rid of the main character, and that entire team basically turned their backs on the main character. The main character was kind of the type of person that when he has a certain level of work ethic, he thinks everyone has to work on that same work ethic, that they have the same skills and abilities, that they have to put as much work into their work as much as he puts into the work. Like, he even risked his life for a few of these people, but he didn't remember any of their names or, their lives. And they all turned their backs on him and turned to work on another show with the same producer who's trying to talent scout that's trying to get rid of the main character. And Melly does show the main character in his wrongs, like shows the main character all the papers and documents of people complaining about the main character's, pushy work skills, where the main character wants everyone to work the same level as him, which the Melly's like, that's not an issue or a problem, because honestly, that's a hardworking person. Like, because the main character has kind of a hateful attitude towards the entertainment industry and anyone that works in it, because, like, he sees a lot of, like, shady deals happening in the background and shady people pulling shady things, and he hates when people like that get away. And so he wants people to work hard and work their own skills and levels without, pulling things shady. And it never works out for him. He understands that probably he wasn't the greatest boss. He even got drunk when he tried to get everyone who was originally on his team to come with him to the show. He was going to have a party because he always has parties for people on his team. They all turned their backs on him and went to another party and was trying to lie about saying they had other, events and other things to go to. No, they went to another, the producer's party that was trying to get the main character fired. And he went there, got drunk, and toasted them all with 3 toasts that basically mocked all 3 toasts basically mocked them. And I'm like, oh dude, you're doing yourself wrong. But the main character is still technically morally a great person, because like he literally always looked for the good. Like he always tried to help people. He always did his best. Like there was a man who was literally suffering, and it was thanks to the main character and people like that man who could have better lives. Like the main character, yes, is a cold-hearted person, but he always tries his best to help people, and that's why this person was very thankful for the main character. Like he very much looked up to the main character, because the main character was thanks to the main character that his life went back to normal. And he was the first host or person that the dude had talked to that didn't pretend to be nice and caring and then turned around and was wiping their hands with sanitizing. Like he looked up to the main character. Like his children look up to the main character. Like they even wrote essays about the main character. Main character doesn't have a good relationship with his mom, because his father was accused of bribery and rape and was thrown in prison. And yeah, his mother tried originally to help her husband, but she sooner or later divorces her husband and married the man that was helping her try to prove his father's innocence. And the main character despised his mother over it, because not long after his mother remarried, like 2 months or 2 weeks after his mother remarried, his father committed suicide or died in prison. Like it was terrible, and he never forgave his mother for it. Like his mother couldn't wait. And the fact that the dude was technically also already married himself and divorced his wife to marry the main character's mother, like he despised his mother over that. Like his mother ruined 2 families over it. Now he doesn't technically hate the other man, like his stepfather, because his stepfather was the person who protected them during this time period, helped his mother out, was helping his father out. Like he doesn't despise this man for it. He doesn't despise his stepfather. He respects his stepfather, but he cannot forgive his mother for his mother abandoning his father at the time his father needed her, and then turning around marrying another man, and not even caring that his father was dead. And I will warn you, when you read this, you might not like the male lead. Like, I'm telling you, he's a full-on red. Like, I know I said it the first part of this video, but I will say it now. He is a red flag of red flags. Like, he is very, can't keep his hands to himself. This is very, almost dark BDSM. Full-on dark BDSM. If you can't handle dark BDSM, I would not read this if I was you.